We're learning about biomacromolecule. Third macromolecule was nucleic acid. Nucleic acid is made up of nucleotide. Nucleotide is nothing but nitrogenous base, sugar, and phosphate. DNA structure we started. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. We have listed two features. Can you tell me which are the features? First feature is DNA is made up of polynucleotide chains. How many polynucleotide chains are there? Two polynucleotide chains are there. Okay. These two polynucleotide chains are anti-parallel to each other. Two polynucleotide chains are there in the DNA, which are anti-parallel to each other. How is the structure? Structure, again I said it was given by Watson and Crick double helix model. According to their model, DNA will be made up of many nucleotides. Nucleotides include three things: nitrogenous base, sugar, and phosphate. We haven't completed structure, right? Full agillala. Okay. First chain ಮಾಡುವ. First ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ I will draw one single nucleotide. For that nucleotide is having ribose sugar, three ribose sugar ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Then at the first carbon we'll find nitrogenous base is attached, that is A, G, T. Okay. Here at the first carbon, look at here, nitrogenous base is attached to first carbon of sugar by a bond. What is that bond called? It is called N-glycosidic bond. N-glycosidic. N refers to nitrogen because it is a nitrogenous base. Glycosidic bond. Sugar madhye iruvantadu glycosidic bond. Where it is found? First carbon of ribose sugar and nitrogenous base in between that. Okay, adondu bond. Anantra third carbon. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ 1 2 3 4 and the fifth one. ಇಲ್ಲಿ CH2OH is there, correct? No, CH2OH. In that OH is involved in bond formation. Phosphate is attached. Which is the bond? Phosphodiester bond. Therefore second bond found in DNA is phosphodiester bond. It is between fifth carbon of sugar with the other side third carbon of adjacent sugar. ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಯ್ತು. Let me complete the structure. Okay, so this is the one chain of DNA. Another chain of DNA nodi. One more feature of DNA chain is it is having two polynucleotide chain which are we have written anti-parallel. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ. ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀದ್ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ಶುಗರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಶುಗರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚೈನ್ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? 1 2 3 4. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಶುಗರ್ is attached to nitrogenous base. Nitrogenous base shows complementary base pairing. ಏನದು nitrogenous base? ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ adenine ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ adenine will attach to always thiamine, ಅಥವಾ thiamine will attach to adenine, ಆ ತರ ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತದೆ by forming two hydrogen bonds between them. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. Where is it found, hydrogen bond? It is found between nitrogenous bases of adjacent chains. G that is guanine will always attach to cytosine by forming 3 hydrogen bonds. That we have to show now. Look at here. ನಾನೀಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ನಾನು? ಟಿ. ಜಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಟಿ. ಟಿ ಟಿ ಬರ್ದೆ, ಅದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರ್ದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರೀಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುದಾದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಟರ್ನ್ ದಿ ಬುಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಚೈನ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಹೀಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಇಡಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರ್ದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬುಕ್ ಇಡಿ, ಹೀಗೇನೆ ಬರೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, now look at here. In between A and T there is 2 hydrogen bond. ಇಲ್ಲಿ G ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? C, cytosine. They are attached by 3 hydrogen bonds. ಇಲ್ಲಿ T ಇದೆ. What I should write on the opposite chain? A. Next thing is, let us fill with the phosphate group. Phosphate. Fifth carbon is here. Fifth carbon is attached agide phosphate. Then another to third carbon. Fifth phosphate next to third carbon. Correct aita? This is the meaning of two chains are anti-parallel to each other. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, look at this chain. All of you look at here. ಈ chain ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ which position is empty? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗದೆ ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದೆ? First carbon is not free. Second is within molecule. Third is not free. Fourth is free. Adra CH2OH. Usually CH2OH ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? It should be involved in bond formation with the phosphate. Now CH2OH is free. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ this end where free CH2OH fifth carbon is there, we write it as 5 prime end. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Fifth carbon free ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ನಾವು ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು. ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ fifth carbon whether it is free ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ಎಸ್, ಫ್ರೀ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ 3 ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಎಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಒನ್, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ? ನೋ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 3 ಪ್ರೈಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೇಳಿ 5 ಪ್ರೈಮ್. ಈ ತರ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ನಾನು. Hence, what is the meaning of anti-parallel is, ನೋಡಿ, one chain of DNA runs from 5 prime to 3 prime. Another chain runs from 3 prime to 5 prime. That is the meaning of anti-parallel nature. Oh, in the beginning, I have represented structure of DNA in this form. Correct? Did I draw? Now this is called one turn. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ one turn of DNA. One turn of DNA measures about 34 angstrom. Let me check, 34 or 36? 34. Okay. In one turn, there are, these are called, look at here, two adjacent nitrogenous bases attached by means of hydrogen bond are called base pairs. BP in short. One turn ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ತರ? There are 10 base pair in one turn. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, what is the distance between adjacent base pair? ಒಂದು ಟರ್ನ್ 36 ಆಮ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಮೆಷರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 36 ಆಮ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ 10 base pairs are there. What is the distance between them? Distance is between adjacent base pairs 34 Armstrong by 10. 10 base pair madhya 34 adre 1 base pair madhya 3.4 Armstrong is the distance. Did you get it? Okay, so that is about structure of DNA, which is a nucleic acid, one of the biomacromolecule. Any doubt? Again, in second year, there is a chapter called molecular basis of inheritance, where you are going to learn same thing, but in detail with few more measurements. Okay, understood? So with this, we completed biomicromolecule and macromolecule structure. Now we'll go on to the next concept. Any doubt? Yenala kalti so far chapter ali. First, how to analyze biomacromolecule and micromolecule. Then we started with biomicromolecule, amino acids, lipids, carbohydrates, ಮತ್ತೆ nitrogenous bases. 4. Biomacromolecule, proteins, polysaccharides, nucleic acids. Okay. Now we'll move on to the concept of metabolism. Shall I rub? All biomolecules which we learned, it may be micro or macro, it is present in our body. E biomolecule enagutte, continuously they are involved in various chemical reaction. The overall sum of total chemical reaction anna ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Biomolecules are continuously undergoing metabolism. Metabolism can be defined as sum of total chemical reactions. What are the examples for metabolism? First example is amino acids. You know, can you tell me the general formula of amino acid? NH2 CH COOH. A COOH alli, if I remove carbon dioxide, okay, then what remains is amine. This is an example of metabolism. Okay. Second example. From nucleotide. What is nucleotide? Just now we learnt nitrogenous base, sugar, phosphate. A nitrogenous base nodi. One nitrogenous base now example structure bardideve adenine. Do you remember the structure of adenine? It contains NH2 group. So if you remove from a nucleotide, if you remove amino group, then that is also metabolism. Third example. If you consider disaccharides, what are disaccharides? Two monosaccharides attached. By which bond? Helboda? What is the bond present between them? Between two monosaccharides, which bond is seen? Heli, Sudeep. Sugar ಯಾವ bond in attach agide? Two amino acids are attached by means of peptide bond. Two sugars are attached by means of now ಇದು ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಜನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಆಲ್ಫಾ 1,4 ಬೀಟಾ, ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So there is a disaccharide, which means two monosaccharides attached by means of glycosidic bond. Now what can happen to disaccharide is during digestion and all, it will undergo hydrolysis. Hydrolysis andre in the presence of water bond will break down. ಆಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, you will get monosaccharide. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ example for metabolism is hydrolysis of glycosidic bond. ಈ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. Can you tell me which are the disaccharides which we have learned? 3 ಡೈಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, 3 ಡೈಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಲ್ಲ? ಫ್ರಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೋನೋ. ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್, ಮಾಲ್ಟೋಸ್, lactose. Lactose, sucrose, maltose. Now I will take disaccharide example, maltose. Maltose will be having glycosidic bond. It will undergo hydrolysis to form 2 glucose. Okay, so that is an example. ಈ 3 ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಂದ ನಂಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, metabolism is a chemical reaction. It doesn't mean that it is only removal of carbon dioxide, it is only removal of breakdown of bond. It can be all the changes. Example, amino acid in the carbon dioxide ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಅಮೈನೋ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್, ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್. therefore we defined it as it is the sum of total biochemical reaction. In metabolism there are organic molecules which are involved alwa. Amino acid is involved, illi nodidre nucleotide is involved, illi nodidre disaccharide is involved. So whatever organic molecule which are involved in metabolism are called metabolites. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಮೆಟಬಾಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Metabolites are of 2 types. Primary metabolite and secondary metabolite. What is an primary metabolite? If any metabolite ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆದಂತ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. If it is any metabolite is which is involved directly in physiological process, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೋತ್, ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಟಬಾಲೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, Metabolite involved in physiological processes directly. Examples. Amino acid is directly involved in body physiological functions. Sugars are directly involved. Nucleic acids are directly involved. Vitamins. These are all primary metabolites. Havidre, what is a secondary metabolite? Secondary metabolite andre, these are the metabolites which are not directly involved in physiological function. Andre, iga plant ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿನ ಗ್ರೋತ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿನ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಈ ಮೆಟಬೊಲೈಟ್ ಗಳು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಬೇಡ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೆಟಬೊಲೈಟ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ that metabolite is stored simply. Okay, ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆದ ಮೆಟಬೊಲೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ we humans are extracting from the plant. Did you get the difference between primary and secondary? Primary ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What is primary metabolite? Primary means metabolite which is directly involved in physiological process, growth, reproduction. One metabolite, if it is not involved in any physiological process directly, it is secondary. It is stored. Not involved in growth, reproduction, or development process. There are various secondary metabolites which are of great ecological importance. We'll list out each and everything. First secondary metabolites are pigments. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? Are you finding difficult? Ruchi, are you understanding? Sudeep, doubt ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಆಗ್ಲೇ. ಡೌಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಡೌಟೇ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ coloring agents, coloring substances. These pigments, ನೋಡಿ, pigments ಅನ್ನೋದು it is not involved in growth, reproduction, but ಬೇರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಲರ್ ಕೊಡುವಂತದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಐಸೋಲೇಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. What are the example for such pigments? Carotenoids, it is a fat soluble pigment. ನಂತರ anthocyanin, purple color pigment, water soluble. That is a first secondary metabolite. Second metabolite is alkaloid. Alkaloid ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Alkaloid. Alkaloid refers to nitrogen containing compounds. Okay, what are the alkaloids that is found in plants? And one more thing you have to remember, secondary metabolites are not found in animals. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ secondary metabolite ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವುಗಳಿರುವುದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It include morphine, codeine. Morphine is a painkiller. Codeine is used in cough syrup. Third group of secondary metabolites are called terpenoids. Terpenoids andre these are the polymers. Polymer andre dodda molecule made up of isoprene unit. Isoprene unit andre eno 5 carbon compound. And you have to remember, one isoprene unit will be having 2 5 carbon compound. Hagidre, tell me, one isoprene has how many carbons? 10 carbons. I will write example. Those are called terpenoid. Arthaita? What is alkaloid? Nitrogen containing compound. What is terpenoid? It is a polymer made up of isoprene unit. One isoprene unit is equal to 2 units of 5 carbon compound. Hagidre, terpenoids ge example, monoterpene, diterpene. Tell me, how many carbons are there in monoterpene? Mono, 1 carbon. Ruchi is saying 1 carbon. What about Rashmita? Opposite words. One monoterpene, and mono andre single. Hagidre monoterpene alli eshtu carbon ide? How 10? 1 terpene means 10 carbon. Yakandre 1 terpene andre 2 isoprene unit. Monoterpene andre 2 isoprene unit, 10 carbon. Tell me diterpene. Diterpene alli eshtu carbon ide? Eshtu isoprene unit ide diterpene? Is it 2? Monoterpene has 2 isoprene unit. 2 isoprene unit. Okay. Diterpene will be having 4 isoprene unit, that is equal to 20 carbon. Illi little correction is there. 1 terpene is equal to 2 isoprene unit now. Is it clear? 1 terpene andre 2 isoprene, monoterpene andru 2 isoprene, diterpene andre 4 isoprene, 20 carbon. Fourth secondary metabolite, essential oil. Example, lemon, grass oil. Fifth, secondary metabolites are toxins. Example, heparin and rixin. Have you heard of ribosomes? Ribosomes will be having two subunits, smaller and larger subunit. These ribosomes, in order to attach with each other, they need they will be present separately. With the help of magnesium, they attach with each other. Rixin ಅಥವಾ heparin use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ they prevent attachment of ribosome. Ribosomeಗಳೇನು protein factories. If ribosome units don't attach, there won't be any protein synthesis. That's why they are toxin. They prevent protein synthesis. How? By preventing attachment association of ribosomal subunits. Sixth group of secondary metabolites are lectins. What are lectins? To a protein, consider this is a protein. If a sugar group is attached, carbohydrate, then it becomes lectin. Artha aita? Lectin andre carbohydrate attached to protein. Such groups are called lectins. Example for lectin, concanavalin A. Next group of secondary metabolite, very, very important ones. Drugs can be obtained from plants. Medicine. Example, Vinca rosea ಅನ್ನೋ plant ಇದೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಯಾವುದು? ಪೆರಿವಿಂಕಲ್, ಸದಾಪುಷ್ಪ. ಸದಾಪುಷ್ಪ ನೋ. ಪೆರಿವಿಂಕಲ್ ಒಂದು ಬಟ್ಲು ಹೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಈ ತರ ಪರ್ಪಲ್ ಕಲರ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 4 petals will be there, small. ಈ ತರ ಪಿಂಕ್, ವೈಟ್, ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪರ್ಪಲ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೆರಿವಿಂಕಲ್. ಆ ಪೆರಿವಿಂಕಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಡ್ರಗ್ ಐಸೋಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರಸ್ ಡ್ರಗ್. ಎರಡು ಡ್ರಗ್ ಐಸೋಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿನ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿನ್. ನಂತರ ಟರ್ಮರಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ, ಹಳದಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಡ್ರಗ್ ಐಸೋಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕರ್ಕ್ಯುಮಿನ್. Next, 8th one, polymeric substances. Name itself indicates polymer, large molecules. What are the examples for polymeric substances which is isolated from plant? Rubber. Rubber ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇಂದ? ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಟ್ರೀ ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ? ಟ್ರೀ ನೋಡಿದೀರಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಬ್ಬರ್ is collected. So what is that rubber? Secondary metabolite, not involved in physiological process. Instead, we humans are extracting for our benefit. Gum, resin, tannin, cellulose, polymer of beta glucose unit, 6,000 to 10,000 units is used to make paper. These are the secondary metabolite. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಟಬಲೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಟಬಲೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಂಗಸ್. It includes 8 groups: pigments, alkaloids, terpenoids, essential oils, toxin, lectin, drugs, polymeric substances. Is it understood? All these names you have to remember. Okay, any doubt in primary and secondary metabolite? Please ask. No. If you ask question, someone said fine will be put on you. Does sir said like that? ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Anything you want to ask? Any doubt? Is it clear? Clearly understood? No doubts. Okay, then we'll proceed further. So we are learning metabolism, some of chemical reaction. Metabolism which is taking place in our body is not a single step reaction. Instead, metabolism is a series of linked reaction where one substrate in the one product bandre, that product is involved in another reaction from one to one, like that. Okay, it is a series of connected reaction. Series of linked reactions. How a metabolism occurs? It occurs in this manner. What dots I am doing is metabolites which are involved in metabolism. Look at here, this is a metabolism. Series of linked reaction. Okay, what is the final shape of the reaction? It is in the linear form, correct? So metabolism can be linear pathway. Like example, glycolysis, breakdown of glucose to pyruvic acid. Athwa metabolism can occur in a zigzag fashion. It can be crisscross, or metabolism can be circular. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ? Metabolism is not a single step reaction. It is a series of linked reaction. It can occur in a linear manner, zigzag manner, or in a circular manner. But in metabolism, there will be flow of metabolites. Okay, metabolites flow agbekalwa. That flow occurs in a particular direction and with a particular rate. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಒಂದು ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟಬಾಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್. Those metabolites will flow in a particular direction only. Linear ಆದ್ರೆ linear ಆಗಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅದು. Okay, also they flow with a particular rate. ಒಂದೇ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುದು. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನಂತರ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದು ನೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್. ಈಗ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ರೋಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಾರ್ ಒಂದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಿಂತಿದೆ, ಸ್ಲೋ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾರ್ಗಳು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೇ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಒಂದ್ ಕಾರ್ ಹೀಗೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಾರ್ ಹೀಗೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಾರ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ in metabolic pathway, flow of metabolite takes place in a particular rate and direction. Hence metabolism is compared to automobile traffic. Did you get the meaning? No. Okay, why metabolism is compared to automobile traffic? In metabolism, flow of metabolites takes place in a particular direction at a particular rate. Hence metabolism is similar to automobile traffic alwa. Did you get it? Can be compared to automobile traffic. ಈ ಫ್ಲೋ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಯೋಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದ್ದು, how the flow is in a particular rate and direction alwa. So this flow is called dynamic state of body constituent. Hence, if I ask what is dynamic state of body constituents, can you tell me? Very good. During in our metabolism which is going on, metabolites which are involved, they flow in a particular rate and direction. Speed agi hogi ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಮೆಟಬಾಲಿಸಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. This flow is called dynamic state of body constituents. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Reply, please reply. Is it understood? Okay. These are pathways. Metabolic pathway based on its final result can be of two types. Let us know which are those. Anabolic pathway, catabolic pathway. Anabolic pathway is called biosynthetic pathway. Catabolic pathway is called breakdown pathway. Degradation anta kuda karibodu. In anabolic pathway, why is it called biosynthetic? It is a metabolic pathway, yes? Smaller molecules combine to form bigger molecule. It is a type of metabolic pathway where smaller molecules combine to form bigger molecules. Example. You take the example of CH3COOH, acetic acid. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ? Answer. How many carbons are there? 2 carbon alwa. Acetic acid through a metabolic pathway, it can come, many such molecules can combine to form a large cholesterol molecule. Already we have written the structure of cholesterol molecule. Cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene ring, 27 carbons are there. The 2 carbon in the 27 carbon molecule kuda form agodu. That is anabolism. Innondu example ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿದ್ರೆ, plants will be performing photosynthesis where using sunlight they prepare glucose. ನೋಡಿ, sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ molecule ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. That is photosynthesis. Third example, small molecules like amino acids. These combine. Tell me what is formed when amino acid combine? ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಹೇಳಿ. Proteins. That is an example of anabolic pathway. Catabolic pathway, breakdown process. It is a process where larger molecules break down to form smaller molecules. When a larger molecule is breaking, this is just an representation of catabolism, to form smaller molecule, there will be release of energy. This energy is used to form ATP. What is the full form of ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಇದೆ? 3 ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. 3 ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? In those bonds energy is stored. Okay, so that is about catabolism. Hence, what is the importance of ATP? ATP ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇದ್ದ ಕಾರಣ it is considered as energy currency. It is like if you want to buy anything from shop, you have to give them money, currency. Similarly, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ if you want to perform any function, then body demands energy currency. Currency illade ಯಾವುದೇ function ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Example, I want to move from here to here. ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? ನನ್ನ ಮಸಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಮಸಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮಸಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿ, ATP. So it is like a money which is working inside body. So that is why ATP is called energy currency. Okay. I think it's time. Today's class we learned about structure of DNA, which was half completed last class. We completed it. Then we moved on to what is metabolism, examples of metabolism, what are metabolites, what is primary metabolite, example, secondary metabolite, examples, groups of secondary metabolites with examples. Then we moved on to learn metabolism can be linear, it can be zigzag, it can be circular. Flow of metabolite is in a particular rate and direction called dynamic state of body constituent. That concept we understood. Then we learned metabolism is of two types, anabolism and catabolism. Okay, so next class we'll learn about living state. Then we'll move on to concept of very important concept, enzymes. Okay, is it understood today's class? Rashmika, Rashmita or Kawa? Ta. Understood? Okay, we'll stop it then. Thank you.